Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we will be discussing how to use my AI system that I have published in community content. If you ever run into any issues following this tutorial or have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or join our Discord. Anyways, let's get into the video. So if you start off, you want to look up Afrim AI in community content. It will be this. Let's have a good thumbnail. I'm probably gonna put a good thumbnail in eventually. You can import it. Then it comes with this stuff. We have a melee AI. Actually, let's do the shooter AI. And there's a built-in weapon as well. As you can see, we have the hitboxes and all this displayed. But once you go into here, you can't see them anymore. Now, there is going to be an issue here. As you can see, it's not working. It's not moving or anything. Once it does, it's going to error and all that. So the thing we do have to do real quick is drag in a Nav Mesh. So you have to have some form of Nav Mesh, whether it be the DD Pathfinder or this one. I'm just gonna use this one because it's more drag and drop. I don't have to generate anything. Then we can have this in here as well. And as you can see, it will follow your Nav Mesh. There is this thing here as well that comes built into Nav Mesh package. As you can see, it's actually gonna come around and all that stuff without road. Let me make this bigger. And you can get rid of this. And let's actually move to a meta AI because actually I think it should get a bit better. So also right now the issue is it doesn't come close. So a few things is that you have all these properties here you can change. So I can change the chase distance down to say 2000 and the attack distance down to even 500. So 5 meters away. Now as you can see it would actually be following you more. So there's an issue if you put it above ground for the spawn, it is gonna stay like that until it moves. We can just move it down, so that'll fix it. As you can see, it actually waters Nav Mesh, and it's pretty performant as well. You can have rid of them. There is a few issues I want to address. In some cases, in multiplayer preview, I still haven't solved the issue. I may eventually. So one thing that will happen is that the AI, so sometimes it will be the client side or not be syncing the server side, so it'll be not moving while the server is moving. I don't know the cause of this issue. Hopefully I figure it out eventually. Probably has something to do with this script because this handles all the moving. So still something I had to figure out. Maybe adding a task rate or something will fix it. If you ever do 1 2 issues, it should be too hard to ask me, and because we haven't been called fixing is not my pure music hit or anything. So anyways, so probably add a task that way to fix it. I'll have to look into it further in the future. But anyways, so as you can see, that changes the attack distance. You can also have different amounts for the starting health. So we can have a 2000, sorry, 2000 max health and 1000 starting health. Now as you can see, it comes with only half of the health bar filled up. Another thing, you can ignore these errors. I still probably gonna iron these out eventually. Next, you have colliders. So different hitboxes for the AI. So this is gonna be the main one that does no more damage for the torso basically. Actually, think of it. I want to move this one down so I can insensate this, and that's a bit nicer. So I have this one for the head. So as you can see, it does 2 times the damage. It does 100% more damage. And this is the feet, but it does 20% less more damage, 20% less damage, and it also slows movement. So let's say I have this whole bunch of health. we have to update template. This always has to be a template. So as you can see, if we shoot the feed enough, it will eventually start moving slowly if I could actually hit the feet as well. Okay, got me. So anyways, get that it slows down the movement. And there's a whole bunch of these properties you can change. I'm not going to go over what all of them do, just using throughout. Basically, hover over them and it will tell you about them. So it has support for the quest system built in, resources. So basically, also another thing is that multiple people attack the AI, it gives them amount of money based on how much damage they did. So if I do 20% damage, someone else is 80%, I would get 20% of this and the other person would get 80%. There's a muzzle position, so this is where the bullets will come from relative to the AI. And this is the stuff you don't have to worry about. As you can see, it says don't touch, so you don't want to touch this. Another thing is that there's multiple attacks you can have. So I have attack 1, attack 2, and attack 3. So as you can see, these are all different attacks, and they all do different things as well. So you can have projectile speed, damage, stamina loss. So AI will treat if one's out of stamina. As you can see, this AI doesn't run out of stamina, really has 5 stamina loss. It's probably put to 0 since it regens, I think like 10 stamina every second or something. So you'd have to check the code. I don't have it written down somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, it does it like I'll have it 18 references, just give me a long time to do this. Go through here. Okay, 10 stamina every update. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit obviously often that does the stamina regen. But if we drag another AI, the melee AI, this one I'm pretty sure doesn't have much stamina. That's one attack train stamina loss. Let's make this up to 85. As you can see, it attacks me, then retreats until it has enough stamina, attacks me, and then retreats. So that's what the retreating system is when it runs out of stamina. If it has enough stamina, then it's gonna come back eventually. Hopefully. It's not working too well, and I think it's still regenerating stamina. As you can see, it's gonna try to stay away from me. It has a stamina back and then it'll attack me, hopefully. It's acting a bit funky right now. There it goes. I think maybe I put too much stamina loss on this. Wait till regen back. And obviously, you can go into the code and change the distance of how far it retreats. That's one of the code I haven't put into custom properties, it would take way too long, make it even more complicated. And you can have the attack cooldown, all that stuff. Other than that, I think that's all we have to go over for this. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, it has lots of features, but like working with it is pretty simple, just changing a few numbers and stuff. Rest of it works like other things, so I have the NPC oath bar, and then there's the Nav Mesh costume. It is from Standard Combo, so you can just attach the name of the thing and all that stuff. Like how you normally attach stuff to an animated mesh using the animated mesh costume community content from Standard Combo. This kind of feedback. You don't have to go through these scripts. It's not, that much in here. And other than that, I think that's all I really want to go over with this. It's pretty simple, but someone asked for a tutorial, so I added it. Obviously, you can change all these numbers, tell us what they are, change the model. Want to have a see what I'm placing here. Head, so let's have a that there we can have, pretty simple, just anime mesh. And also, once again, if you're brave enough, you can go to this code It's not too complicated, I would say. It's so pretty simple. Of course, it looks complicated, might look complicated, but it's commented out. And I would say this part is a bit funky. I still have to say there's nothing to change about it, but it says it's so here, but it's here, but it's obviously not super easy to understand. I have trouble understanding it even if I wrote it, but you don't have to go into here, I don't think. Then there's the attack function, which also isn't too complicated. It just gets custom properties and then sets them to the projectile and connects it to the attack hit. Unlock for stop rotation, moves to your player, and that kind of stuff. So, anyways, I hope this video helped you out. If it didn't, well, you can join my Discord or ask in the comments if you have any questions. Other than that, I'm gonna head out now. Goodbye.